Oh, hello, Julie Barkus here. And today I want to share with you a story about gumballs and a culture change. And this may sound really strange, but I'm always learning lessons when I'm out and about. And this past weekend, I was at a restaurant and I learned about culture change by gumballs. So here's what happened. I was at a restaurant and I saw a little girl and she was trying to put a dollar bill into a gumball machine. And then I saw her older brothers lined up behind her with dollar bills in their hands too. And I looked over at this little girl. I'm like, "Hon, you need a quarter. Let me give you a quarter." And she's like, "No, no, no, I'm good." And I went in my purse and I got a quarter. I go, "No, no, no. Here, really, really, take the quarter, put the quarter in, get your gumball." So she reluctantly took it. And then I proceeded to get a couple more quarters out of my purse to give the older kids to say, "Here you go." And at that moment, I realized that I had this big need to give, even though my giving wasn't wanted in this situation. But I tried to give quarters to the older brothers who were waiting for gumballs too, because my heart was like, wait a second, these children want gumballs and they're trying to put dollar bills into the little slot machine or into the little slot where the quarter would go. So I gave the little girl successfully a quarter. I had two more quarters out, tried giving them to the older brother, and the older boys were like, "No, no, no, really, we're fine. No, 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 no matter how hard I tried to give him that quarter, he was like, "No, no, no, we're not going to take it." I said, "Oh, okay, that's fine." And then I was putting the quarter back in my purse and I was about to leave. He says, "Hey, but you know what?" He says, "If you have three quarters, then I could give you a dollar." And I said, "Okay, that works for me." So I gave them three more quarters and they gave me one of their dollars. And to me, there was great significance in this story because these children's behavior were determined by the values that they were brought up with and the values that they're being brought up with. And the same thing is true in our organizations. If we have strong values in place, you're going to be inspiring team members with those values to drive their behaviors, whether you're present or not. You see, these children's parents were way off somewhere else. They were in this little hallway with me, and I was trying to give them quarters for their gumballs, and they wouldn't take them because they had values of integrity. They had values of not taking things, and whatever values those parents instilled in the children. A lot of times in our organizations, we're running around without values, trying to understand, why is our team behaving in this manner? Why won't they do what I say when I'm not present? And chances are it's because you're missing strong values. And values are what drives behaviors in your organization. So if you're running your company without strong values in place, whether it's fun, creativity, integrity, honesty, whatever you think those words should be, they need to be in place and they need to be exemplified and talked about every single day. Our values, our values, our values, our values. And when I do work with my clients, we're looking at a couple different components. One is the vision, which is the big overall umbrella. And then we have our story, which is the backbone of the vision. And then we have goals. And then we have values. Values drive the behaviors. Goals create the sense of urgency. So I'm giving you a little crash course here in how we transform a workplace environment by looking at all these characteristics. But ask yourself right now, what are the values that drive my organization, that drive my company? Are they alive? Are they felt by everybody? And is everybody committed to incorporating these values, even if I'm not present? And that's what I learned from these children over the weekend, because no matter how hard I tried to give them that dollar bill, or excuse me, a quarter, as they were trying to put their dollar bill into the little quarter slot for the gumballs, they didn't want to take it. They wouldn't take it until they came up with the solution that was in alignment with their values. And that's what we want to see transpiring in our organizations is team members who have values that are in alignment with the vision that we want to bring to life. And then there's a whole other aspect of this that really gets into, are you asking the right questions to determine if team members who are coming in have the right values for what behaviors you want to see displayed or exhibited every single day in your workplace? So that is my little lesson on gumballs and culture change. And it's all about strong values being instilled in your people so that they are more committed to implementing behaviors that are in alignment with those values than somebody else who comes in from the inside and says, hey, let's talk on our cell phones when we should be working. Or, hey, let's, do this behavior. I could list probably a number of them. But think about the behaviors that you're seeing that you don't want to see. How do you change those? You change those by having values that are driving your organization. I'm Julie Barkus. I'll be back with more. If you like this, please give me a comment, give me a like, and I'll be sure to come back with more videos and answer your questions. Gumballs and culture change. It's possible. I'll see you soon.